What up? What's good? Holy shit! Just got home like literally like 15 minutes ago from seeing the Flash. Obviously, that's why we're here. And I'm gonna give my sort of non spoilers, no spoilers, because I know that there's gonna be plenty of streams. I've been talking about this for like the past couple weeks. There's gonna be plenty of Flash streams that happen this entire weekend. For sure. So not this entire weekend, probably this entire coming week, a bunch of Flash streams. I'm sure I'll make my way if I do get an invite to go on the Vodka stream tomorrow night to give my spoiler thought. So no spoilers here, right? That's basically what I'm saying. No spoilers here. Um, Flash, what? See, all right, John dropped that comment last night. Damn, bro. 5 p.m. since I made the thing. Man, what's up, home girl? Don't forget to put your pants. Yo, I got them on. I never took them off. Frank said, "What's the tea?" Let's see. I'll give you a little bit. I'll give you. Shamarlo's just chilling. Me too. Just chilling. Flashing streams. What up? Return to the living. Hey, what's good? What's good? So yeah, this ain't gonna be long. Like I said, non-spoilers. I ain't giving away many spoilers. I'm trying to think. It's kind of with a movie like this, it's kind of hard, like to try to formulate your thoughts, like driving home, because it's like a 30-minute drive from the movie theater to get here. By the way, this is the shit that's fucking weird. Got the tickets right, so they swapped auditoriums in my movie theater. Now it ended up being pretty packed, but I think they swapped it, and I'm pretty sure that it was because there wasn't enough tickets sold for that auditorium, that huge auditorium that they had for it. Because I get there, dude scans my little code, and then he's like, "Yo, like, oh, you're in 12." I said, 12. I was like, I looked at the thing, it said 6, and I was like, 6 is the normal one for like premiere Thursday movies at this particular movie theater I go to. And so I went in there, and I was like, my particular ticket would have been sort of midway up the top. Right, perfect thing on the end. When I go to the movies by myself, I like sitting on the end just because of fucking easy access or whatever. And now my ticket was in the back. My back was against the wall, right? so they switched to a movie theater, an auditorium that was half the size of the fucking one that they planned on it. And I have to say, probably ticket sales, because I looked at it yesterday, and there was not many. But it ended up, since they compacted it, it was pretty full in there. It was pretty full. Audience was okay, I guess. If I don't know. I felt like the people in there were on the same level I was. I don't know. There were jokes that happened, and there wasn't like, when you go to the movies and it's a movie that has a little bit of controversy around it when it comes to like humor and stuff, and you got those fools that every time a joke happens, they're just like, there was none of that. None of that. Now, I found myself chuckling at a couple things. We'll get in that in a second, but I'm just trying to describe the experience for y'all. But yeah, I got there, got my popcorn and shit. It was that shit was cool. But yeah, they swapped it, and I was like, that's odd. But then once you realize what's going on, you see it. Frank said, "Wow, you ate some shrimp fried rice and egg rolls, bro. I want some right now." But anyway, so y'all are here for the stuff. Hold on, let me get this up here just so people don't fucking talk about flash exposed for. All right, here we go. Maybe you know what? I'm gonna scroll that. Let me edit that. Let me scroll it. Bam. Here we go. So it's not standing so large right there. No, there's some funny moments in the movie, and I don't want to give anything away. So I'll tell you like this. I liked it. Right? I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. Now is there some there's some stuff in there that look, the CG was really bad in some parts, man. I'll just be honest. And some of the scenes I just found were outright, kind of stupid. Like I thought that oh man, I'm trying to put it in a way where I don't spoil anything, because I don't want to do that right now, because I thought, from my personal opinion, it's kind of, even though the spoilers all along. By the way, and this is probably going to jump all over the place. By the way, the stuff you see with the Christopher Reeve stuff and all of that, that's one of the things I can say. I think the reason they did it was because, I'll just say this: when Barry gets in the Speed Force, everything is CG except for him. everything. So when you see these people posting these pictures of Christopher Reeves, think about it being bad on purpose. Oh, I'll get to that, Meg. Hold on, let me get. But this probably feeds into that a little bit, to be honest. But everything. So when Barry enters it, he enters it several times in the movie. Not going to tell you when or how long he's there, but what he does, and it's sort of also, it was interesting the way they chose to show you different universes. The first time I've seen it done like that, I think, and it was weird, but it's sort of, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad enough to where I was like, that's stupid as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But they chose to do it weirdly. But when he's in the Speed Force, everything. And I think that was because I think that they knew the stuff they wanted to put in there, like Christopher Reeves and stuff, like they knew it would look not that good. So let's make everything CG in here so that there's, what are you going to complain about? Because there's literally actors who are in the movie acting that are in the Speed Force scenes that are CG, and I'm like, but he was just on set. Why you couldn't just use that fool? They made everything CG, and I think they did that universally so that you can't call anything out. You understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense to y'all? Like every time he's in there, everything's CG, so that anybody they want to bring in, if they have to do it CG because that particular actor is no longer with us, then it looks the same as everything else. I think that's what they were going for. Did it look fire? Looked okay. Some of the shots I've seen online and then seeing it in the actual movie, that they looked a little bit better. Joker, what's up? What up? What's good? What are we for these? Yeah, they should have got probably. Let's say you think if they'd have planned on the Speed Force being all CGI, I'd at least try to polish it. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I think they did it, because it was like because I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, I don't give a fuck how good you're working with the CG, right? Even the team that worked on Zack Snyder's Justice League, bro. You bring Christopher Reeve back in CG form, you're just gonna know it's not real. You just, besides the fact that you cognizantly know it's not real, you're not fooling us. Helen Slater, all of that stuff that they had in there. I think that's why they did it though. That's probably why they did it like that, because they couldn't polish it anymore. You understand what I'm saying? Like they lack the skills, I guess you could say. I don't know, because the team that worked on this did something that I've seen that's 10 years old, that I watched The Man of Steel, and the shit still looks fire, right? You know what I'm saying? So like it's such a what are you talking about, man? He says Joker hair color was different. Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, but yeah, so I could have been that. I think the scene should have just been made differently, honestly, in my personal opinion. A couple of the characters they brought back in that scene literally just stood there when you had another one actually do some shit, like actually fought a villain, or not a villain, but actually fought a sort of monster in his little cameo scene. And I was like, yo, what? No, hey, say industry wide. No, I get that. But the thing I'm saying with when it comes to the Flash is, you had a couple years working on this movie, like literally, and I saw better in Zack Snyder's Justice League for sure, and they only had like a few months to work on some of that stuff that wasn't finished the first time around. Could it be the color palette? I don't know, man. The colors were that's not the problem here when it comes to the Speed Force scenes. I'm just saying, like, I think my opinion on it is that they made everything in those scenes CG instead of having some real life shit, and then having some CG shit that would totally really stand out against the real life shit, because it wasn't good. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm making any sense here. It's I just saw this shit like an hour ago, and I'm on here trying to give my thoughts on it. Said I don't know if I believe the same team that made Steppenwolf a fake and look real, but couldn't make a real person like Reeves look just as clean. Yeah, I don't know. And you know what? Also, I think they might have stopped short of trying to do that. I think if they did come to the decision like, yo, let's just make everything in the Speed Force CG so that we don't have to do much work, which is laziness. Make no mistake about it. But that's that could have, you know what I'm saying, that's sort of kind of what I believe when it comes to that. That's my wife's just stopping by. She's hearing me in here going off about the Flash and stuff. But yeah, yeah, I think that's and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. The fact that I think that was really what happened is that they were like, yo, one way to get around having to sort of put like all to try to make this CG perfect is if everything in the Speed Force is CG. I'm gonna tell you right now, Barry's dad shows up in the Speed Force. He's literally an actor who's alive in the movie, and they still made him CG in the Speed Force. That's what I'm saying. Everyone is CG in the Speed Force. Like when it shows like this, the way they sort of present the Speed Force to you. Um, which was I, I the decision makes everything, and even the one I know y'all saw the spoilers where Henry Cavill from Zack Snyder's Justice League when he's fighting the team when they right after they resurrect him. That's CG and looks nowhere near as good as the actual shit that we saw in the movie. But that's why I think they knew they couldn't reproduce it to that level, I guess, and they just said let's make everything CG. If it's in the Speed Force, it's CG except for the Flash, except for any version of the Flash that's in the Speed Force. They're not CG and stuff. I'm trying to go. The beginning of the movie was okay. It's pretty good, pretty cool. I will say this, and the baby scene. I know Droga. I know you're self-sabotage. You think they made it unclean on purpose. I don't know if that's you give yourself a bad reputation when it comes to working on other things. If you're just going to work on Zach's work, of course he's going to use you every time because you're his boys, but and women, but that in that team. But if you're trying to get work outside of this, and people say, well, that the last thing you did was trash. I don't know why they want to sabotage themselves, but to each his own thoughts. Baby scene, stupid. I can't tell you. I'm watching this scene and I'm thinking to myself, and we all know it's toward the beginning. It is Barry saving the babies, just pop Funko sets about it and all that kind of stuff. When that scene was done, I sitting there thought to myself, why they could have still used this same setting, but did something else because and the CG is pretty bad on that scene too. Yeah, it's not. No. And also what makes it even worse is the fact that obviously that they're not using real babies. I don't even know if they were dolls. They're all CG. They look super fake. They look like cartoons. So now you're looking like Roger Rabbit with the live action Barry saving fucking cartoon characters. Like that's how bad the CG is on the babies and stuff. But I just thought like interesting, like build of the scene, like really, but I think they could have done something else with that hospital that would have looked just as cool. Because I know what they were going for was it's sort of the Quicksilver scenes from the X-Men movies where it slows everything down. It's like a fire scene. I just thought it wasn't appealing to the eye for me, and I understand what they were going for. They could have done anything. And when you watch the scene, if you get to watch it, the hospital scene is just, they could have chosen something else that Barry could be saving from the hospital than that because, and there's, I'm not going to go into that anymore. Fallen Babies give it. Yeah, it was such, the cartoon show you watched. It was, oh man, it was, I can't with that scene, okay? But the story was good. Story was good. Ezra killed it in playing both Barrys. He fucking destroyed that role. It was great. Sasha was great. Everybody was great. And I don't know, people keep saying that Michael Keaton's just doing one-liners. He wasn't. I only remember like 2, maybe 3, and we saw those in the trailers. The rest of the time, he was actually pretty good in the fucking movie. Like Michael Keaton did a great job as Bruce Wayne in the movie. He was good. Considering, I mean, obviously, when you see him fucking clap 7 cheeks like just blah, 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 that ain't him. But for what it was good. He was good in the movie. I don't know. I saw somebody earlier, few people saying all he does is drop one-liners. I was like, nah, that's not exactly. He was pretty good. Let's see. The all the acting across the board was pretty fire for sure. The scene against Zod in the big open desert, there's some good shit I saw there, and there's some absolutely terrible shit that I saw there. When it comes to the CG, man, and look. PBC reviewing this movie, if they're acting like the bad CG is just a lesser something, no, they're not giving you an honest review. There's some real issues with it there, and I get that. Some of the stuff just looks, even when they save Sasha, and that's in the trailer too as well, when Michael Keaton goes try not to die, and he rolls his fist, and she's back there flying. That shit was a good scene, but some of it just looks wonky, man. Some of it just looks fucking wonky, man. And here's the thing, because I know people are going to go and they're going to watch this and they're going to say, "Oh, CG." Oh, blah, blah, blah. There are movies. One that I just saw last weekend, Transformers: Rise of the Beast, whose CG was fucking chef's fucking kiss. You telling me that they can do that, but you can't? That's why. And I'm not going to say no effort was put into it. It's just, oh man, some of the parts were just fucking. Yes, we know Michael Keaton played Jack Frost. No. Seeing he was dope. He was dope. All of that stuff was dope. All that stuff looked pretty good. I think they did a good job of recreating the Kryptonian armor that was done so well in Man of Steel. When Bill Jamie was good. He says, "I love my Keaton when he's fighting the Batsuit. He takes me out." It didn't take him fighting didn't take me out because I just knew that's not Michael Keaton. He's just he's just doing his thing. And last time we saw Michael Keaton in a Batsuit fighting people, obviously it was sort of it was back in the day before I think this was back when the original first two Batman movies came out. This was before movie production started really taking that seriously and bringing in like real martial artists to train, sort of like they did with like the Matrix and shit. So of course the scenes from the old Batman movies, the fighting scenes aren't going to look as good done well. Hey, what up? What up? Saying thought it was fine. Yeah, I thought it was okay. The score. It was okay. I think there was a lot of familiarity with it, and it looked like they took a lot from different shit. And it's funny because I'm trying to listen to that shit and watch it and sort of take everything in so that I can give like an honest assessment of like the whole shit that's going on. It was okay. The score was pretty good. I like I said, look, and I tell you, I'll watch this again. Not gonna go back to the theaters and watch it again. But whenever it hits HBO Max or whatever the case may be, I am definitely going to give this another watch. But yeah, the score, it was okay. It was okay, man. I think a lot of the Batman score was in there, and I think like it would have hit. I don't know. I think when it came to this movie, everybody already knows Michael Keaton's in it a lot. They know that his theme's in it because it's in the trailers and shit. So like when you hear it, it doesn't hit like it probably should have. If, say, for instance, they didn't show so much of him in the advertising for this movie, but I think it's because they were trying to get butts in seats. You got to show Michael Keaton as much as you can. That puts the old heads in the seats, and look, to each his own, bro. I'm gonna tell you, teach. I would say yes, because there's no fucking way I was watching any of these bootlegs that are out here. I saw tons of fucking tweets today where they were like, "Here's a link, just watch it this way." Nah, bro, because when I get my assessment of the movie, I want it to be honestly like I saw it in full fucking HD, and then I could say the CG was bad, not because I saw it on some fucking screen recorded thing, and then you say the CG was bad. Really? Yeah, it's bad. Every movie I've ever seen where the CG is fire, when I see it in a pre-recorded video camera, it looks like trash. So that's that. I was going to do that. So see it in theaters if you want your full honest, like you know what I'm saying, your full honest shit to like come out from that. Yes, I probably like them. Yeah. Yes, I would. I think so. If more of it wasn't spoiled, yes. But obviously, I mean, look. The past few days have been spoiler city. You know, homegirl, we've been talking about it for a minute. Like, it's just been ridiculous that the spoilers that have come out. It's like almost sabotage level. Here's this flash move fast like a good. What are you talking about, Shamarlos, man? You wild. You think they could have done more? Barry's mom. Oh, it was pretty. I think she was in it decent enough. There's a lot of stuff they were trying to put in there, so like I could see why there wasn't room, or unless they would have just extended the runtime of the movie. I will say this though. That shit that's going around with Batfleck at the end of that the mission at the start of the movie, what he's doing, which he's pretty fire. I thought it was pretty fire. Suits okay. Look, y'all, if y'all looking at these TikToks people are posting with the pictures, yeah, it looks fucking weird and it does steal to a certain, but it's not that bad. I don't know why the TikToks stretch it out like that, so it looks like he's, and Mega know what I'm talking about, fucking stiff arm sideman or whatever. Yeah, they did. They did talk about Victor. They did. They did. I did enjoy that. But I will say this, and I'm very curious to know other people's reaction to this because I'm gonna tell you mine right now. When 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 Justice League came out, there's a certain scene in which Superman shows up and Batman giggles like a little fucking schoolgirl. Oh, yeah, we all know the one that's not in Justice League because it's just a stupid fucking thing, right? Everybody hates that. They make memes out of it or whatever, right? The exact fucking thing happens in this. I don't give a fuck about spoiling that for y'all. I want to know people's opinions. I want to know if you hated it then, do you like it now? I really want to know that because that literally Wonder Woman shows up in that scene, and this is not a spoiler because it's all over the internet, and he giggles just like that. I'm like, what? This is the same shit from. See who's cool with it now. Let's see if people are cool with it now when they weren't cool with it then. Because it's the same fucking shit. Also, and another spoiler I'll give y'all, and this is because I thought it was I thought it was dumb the first time I saw it. Thought it was mildly humorous, but at the same time, I thought it was just stupid. There's a scene in Justice League when Aquaman mistakenly sits on the fucking lasso and just starts spilling his guts, saying dumb, embarrassing shit. Let me tell you something right now. They do that shit in this movie. Batman gets the fucking lasso wrapped around his wrist and the bad guy's wrist. He can't get it off. Number one, I'm like, you're Batman. Can't get off the lasso. So as the Flash starts to help him take it off, they both start saying stupid, embarrassing shit. What are we doing here? Right? So these are the scenes I want to know. I want to know if you hated the shit in Justice League, you cool with it now? I want to know. I just want to know, man. All these movies, she cameras in now. She's just a piece of eye candy. Yeah, that's it. She comes in. She looks. I mean, obviously, it's Gal. So I mean, but she comes in looking pristine, armor shiny to the motherfucker. Like it looks like, yeah. And I'm like, at least this time she had a sword and shield, man. At least this time she had that shit. But let's see. Jason Momoa was actually with the. CG, look, let me tell you something. All the characters from Zack Snyder's Justice League appear sort of in the Speed Force, and they're CG as well. I'll tell you, everybody is CG in that bitch, man. I'm telling you, that's, and I think that was on purpose to hide the fact that maybe they couldn't do good enough CG. I don't know, man. I don't know, and I've talked about that enough. Let's see what else. The post-credit scenes, yeah, I'm sure y'all have seen it. Stupid as fuck. The dumbest shit ever. It has nothing to do with anything. And I'm, upset that my ass was already sore from sitting there for a long time, and then it got even sore having to sit there to watch that dumb shit. That was fucking stupid. I don't know. I think that's what I'm saying, Meg. I think it's because they knew other characters they wanted to put in there. They couldn't. You know what? That is the thing. They should have just used archival footage of everyone. Now, obviously, there's one character in the thing. I'm not going to say who it is who has footage in there. I think for the most part, he was CG. I think right at the end, though, he might not have been. That's interesting. Oh, it didn't? Oh, yeah. That didn't make. I don't know what the purpose of this movie is, to sum everything up real quick, because the way it ends, it looks like everything's back to normal. And then as Axel just said, I'm like, what? What is going on here? Also in the baby scene too, which made it even worse, was the CG was like the Flash was Barry Allen was hungry. So like as he's eating, and the CG is wonky. His head moves sideways, and it's so fucking weird, man. It's so weird. It wasn't enough to sort of take me out. I knew what they were going for with that scene, right? Like I said earlier, like the Quicksilver scenes from the X-Men movies. But yeah, man. Hey, you know what? I'll say this. at the end of the movie, I did nothing that I saw there let me know that they will be back. It just ended like on a fucking weird, like fucking, like for real. It did. And I was like, okay, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I think they just put this out there and then it's gonna move along. And then we've all seen Gunn's comments recently about that Blue Beetle's the first character in the DCU, his new shit, and then the first movie there will be Superman Legacy. So the baby from American Sniper. Oh, I don't know, man. I have no idea. I don't know. But anyway, glad everybody stopped through to hear me just rant about this for a little bit. Like I said, like overall, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. And I look forward to seeing it again. But there was just some things in here. And I'm just curious, over the weekend, if I do get to join some streams and things to hear other people's opinions on it and sort of get thoughts, because some of the stuff is just unforgivable that's in there. Some of it really is. And I'm like, damn, dude. You know what I'm saying? Some of the stuff is I'm like, just take a little bit more. But obviously they have a little bit more time, right? And now I cringe to think, what would have happened if this movie came out last year like it's supposed to? Like, let's see if there's anything else. The fuck? Popcorn in my teeth, bro. I'll be loving the popcorn. Nah, man, I don't know. You can't see no thick yeeks, bro. You can't see no yeeks in it, man. I mean, I would say Sasha probably, but you had the cape on, bro. You couldn't see him, man. Yeah, no, like I said, I'll when it hits HBO Max, probably in the next month or two, I'm pretty sure, especially if it doesn't do well this weekend, it'll be there sooner rather than later. I'm gonna watch it again for sure. Not going back to the movies to watch it though. Definitely that. Even Southpaw with more respect for Christopher Reeve. Yeah. I mean, look. What people haven't seen it, that's what I don't want to spoil it for, because when you see the actual thing happen, it's not even anything monumental. It's just them there. And then I'm sure if you've seen the spoilers, people have put out the clips on TikTok. Like, it's just them there. And that's about it you see of it, right? And if it's an homage, okay, I got you. But for, I don't know, man. I don't know. But I think because of the fact that everything in the Speed Force is CG, it's kind of hard to be like, well, that looks fucking like shit. You know what I mean? Like you could look at him like, oh, like, obviously it's not Christopher Reeves, and you're like, but everything is CG in there. So either you think the entire thing is like shit, or you think it looks okay. I think they, like maybe said earlier, they could have polished it a bit more, but I don't think they could have. And so they decided, let's just make everything, because literally, like I said, the Justice League is in there. Like the Justice League is in the scenes, and they're fucking CG, like literally. But it's actual scenes from Zack Snyder's Justice League where they're CG and stuff. So the CG didn't get you cold. Do you think the Flash would have been better with Thomas Wayne Batman, Eobard Thawne? Yes, 1000% yes. I'm in love with that story, the Flashpoint story. I'm in love with that. So that's you don't think, I don't think you could ask me that and I'll give a fair answer, because I would love to see that story on screen for sure. But God, time, I don't know, maybe. I don't know, time, but they had a long time to work on this. Remember, it got delayed a bunch of times and they moved it around, so they had some time, man. I don't know. That's hard, man. That's hard. I mean, obviously, look, I'll tell you this right now. What I saw come from between the time Zack Snyder announced his Justice League was going to come out to the time it came out to the time that it was completed, the CG work done there is absolutely stunning. And that was like 6 months or something. Like, it was short. So no, time is not the factor. They had time. So I don't know what their decision was to do with that. I know some people were saying that they wanted it to look like that, to give it the look that it's not the actual real reality or whatever. Yeah, they had a long time. They did. So I don't know, man. So anyway, y'all, let me jump over here. But I appreciate everybody who stopped through to hear me talk about this movie. And like I said, man, check it out yourselves, man, in the theaters. I'd say, man, because there's so much out there that's been leaked online with the TikToks and stuff that, like, you're not going to get a good gist of exactly how you feel personally about the visual effects until you see it on the screen in HD. There's something else which is just a movie theater issue that I went to. The fucking shit kept glitching, bro. Like a couple times you see some shit pop up on the screen, like it looks like it was like they had a thumb drive plugged in and shit, right? If I wasn't like having to leave to get back home for whatever, should have stopped and asked him. I said, man, where y'all get y'all copy from, bro? Because it just it's a couple glitches in there, man. It was glitching like the Spider-Verse, like how Miles would glitch, like some glitchy shit, like a little barcode looking shit would pop across the screen. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought the Iris West was cool. I thought that shit was cool in the movie. I'm trying to think of everything, man, without spoiling stuff. But besides the smile when he saw Wonder Woman, Ben Affleck was pretty dope in the movie. You know, he does his thing. And look, Ezra was good. He was really good playing two roles. Like the scenes where also I will compliment that shit though. I do. I'm looking forward to see how they did that. But most of the scenes where the two Ezras are together, the two Barrys, there's seamless. That shit is seamless. Like literally. Like a lot of times I was like, right, what? Yeah, I think it has something to do with the Speed Force going better. Even but back to the two Barrys on screen at the same time. Very well done. Very well done, dog. They're like hugging each other and shit that you're like, yo, like that's cool. That shit was dope. That's about it. I'm sure y'all will hear me talk about this more this coming weekend. So look, for me, if I'm scoring this movie right now out of 5, bro, I'm gonna go. I'm right between 2.5 and 3 stars or 3 comic book covers out of this, right? So it's like 2 and fucking 2.75. I don't know how to fucking do it, but it's not exactly a 3 for me. But also, I just saw the shit like an hour ago. The shit has to process in my mind still. And then I'll give like a better sort of assessment of it after that. But I'm right now I'm just trying to remember. But the stuff that did stand out, that's why y'all got said 5 out of 10. Okay, cool. 5 out of 10, man. It works, man. I'll probably be updating my letterbox little rankings like sometime soon. But oh shit, y'all, what the fuck? Damn. Sorry about that, y'all. Your boy tired, man. Long day. But anyway, appreciate y'all who jumped through here to hear my initial thoughts on the Flash. Like I said, I do look forward to seeing it again. Not going back to the theater though, but probably I'll wait for the whenever it drops. I'm pretty. I kind of see this on HBO Max next month, bro. Yeah, I'll put it out there. It's on Letterboxd now, but I think some movies are missing. I don't even know if I added Black Adam to mine yet. I don't even know. But anyway, yeah, I appreciate y'all stopping through to hear this. You know what I'm saying? But I will tell you this right now: don't just take my judgment on it. Go see it for yourself. See it at the movies because I know people are gonna tell you, "Oh, you're supporting them." If you want to be able to give your honest assessment on what you see, you have to see the movie theaters because the clips I keep seeing on they're not nowhere. That tells me that, and like I said, remember TikTok stretches the shit out, so it makes it like Ben Affleck's like fucking weird, and it's not like that in the movie at all. All right, so yeah. Anyway, appreciate y'all stopping through here. I'll see y'all. No, if I'm doing a show tomorrow, I got some stuff to record. I don't know. But anyway, see y'all later. Appreciate y'all who stopped through to hear this.